So, welcome everybody to the Ileane Nicole experience. In this sessions, we talk about self-realization, self-actualization. That means the evolution of your soul until complete liberation, what some people call enlightenment, or the mastery of human life, the highest possible potential for your incarnation. So, everything that I share here, I've tested with direct experience through infinite lifetimes. A really, really old soul, being all the characters. I remember them, almost all of them. And in this one, with 10 years of working with so many different souls, different processes, dealing with deep, deep shadows of traumas, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, poverty, incompetence, unworthiness, and with really high end beings as well. Beings that like to keep their stuff really private, let's say well off company owners, CEOs, important people in the militaries, millionaires, billionaires, you call it, stewards of infinite amounts of wealth that needed some guidance on grounding the direction of their finances and the direction of the responsibility that they have as the amount of power and influence that they've been given in this lifetime, and the confusions that they are in terms of meaning and what to do with that amount of power, that level of freedom, and the responsibility to direct multitudes of people. And having a lot of that responsibility myself, I see the value in having guidance, in having someone that can be your oracle, in case that's the role that I play, in being the oracle to these powerful beings that need a little bit of grounding with their decisions. Yes. So if you are in any of those categories, feel free to contact me at ileanicole.com, and you're going to be redirected to my Telegram, and then we can talk business. So, with that said, the depths of the unknown are, it's really juicy territory. And every time you make a jump, a quantum jump in your soul's evolution, when you're committed to fully cut off the cords of your karmic matrix. For that, I'm going to explain what's a karmic matrix. We are born with a specific set of circumstances that as a soul we choose, because that is the perfect family, the perfect parents, and the perfect journey that is going to help us uncover the limitations that we weren't able to see in a previous lifetime. So, if anybody still here holds resentment towards the circumstances of your birth, towards your parents, you're in the wrong lecture, my friends, because it's completely chosen. That was your choice to choose that family because they were the perfect teachers for your soul's evolution. That doesn't mean that you need to keep the same family as you evolve and you grow up and you go through your journey of remembering who you truly are as an aspect of God and reclaiming your power that was never lost, yet it by the veil of forgetting. That's another topic. When we are reborn, we forget where we left off in the previous lifetime. So there is a potential to regress. So you either advance in your soul's evolution and you do remember your past lives and why you're here. And that's the importance of your actualization as a being and remembering your soul's blueprint. The blueprint is what you agreed with your higher self that you were going to fulfill in this incarnation to leave off your legacy, to leave us as far as you can before your next one, or even if you have the opportunity to be fully transcended and become an enlightened master, and then have the opportunity to just teach or just go. So you always have a choice, and that is one of the three principles of existence: is free will, love, and light. You have the free will to choose what you want to experience, and everything is made of love that is projected by the light of God that gives materialization to our world. Hence why I make a combination of the material with the spiritual, because in a sense there's no difference. The only reason there's material things is because the light of God projects them into existence for a specific function. So if you're lucky enough to be past the veil of forgetting, and you have remembered why you chose this incarnation, why you're here, and what you came here to do, then you are really close to the actualization of those desires, because most of the collective, they don't even remember. It's like zombie land, walking zombies, just going about whatever it is that is being presented to them, like sleeping sheep. Or you can be a wake player and a wake co-creator that remembers why it came here. That doesn't mean you have solved all your karmic matrix. Doesn't mean that the karmas are being dissolved yet. If you're aware of your karmas, you know the rules of the game and you know the hindrances. Think it about like a superhero movie. You're the main character of your movie. You have a hero's journey. Yet if you don't know your liabilities, if you don't know your weaknesses, if you don't know the karmic matrix that you've been inserted in, how are you going to know how to get out of it? How are you going to go, how to play like a high level rock star in your craft? High level CEO, high level hockey player, high level mother, high level father, high level military, high level of any position of power, government, whatnot. Like if you don't know what are the rules of your game and what are your hindrances, then it's going to be really, really difficult to excel at that. Because the thing with the karmic matrix is that you cannot see out of it, out of the situation that you inserted yourself into to solve and resolve from how you left off in your previous life, unless you have the purity to ask the question, or unless you have somebody that's out of it, that has embodied the codes of the things that you're learning, so you can see how you are inserted in a simulation that is not really benefiting you. It benefits you until it's not. So every single simulation in which a being is inserted to, it's beneficial at some extent until it's not, and then there's an opportunity. It's like a pathway, and you get a choice into. This is a new invitation for a deepening, for an upgrade of your soul, or you can repeat. So it's either accent or repeat, or either go backwards. Yet, if you go backwards, sometimes it's like a spiral. So I have some clients that have asked me questions about, I'm scared of going backwards. And I'm like, okay, you go backwards, but that means you can spiral down, but you still go deep. You can go to depths of hell in your shadows and seemingly go backwards, but then go forward, like a propulsor. Like, ooh, and then you have to learn a really difficult lesson, and then you're catapulted back to a really juicy experience. A really juicy, by that I mean a way better, way more enjoyable way of being and existing. Because this, after all, like after having the juicy experiences, and there's opportunity to let go of the juice and be in full on emptiness, which is peaceful bliss. Yet for that one, you have to be willing to die. Not your body, yet the personality, the being that you think that you are. And then that's when you're fully surrendered into the wave of experiencing. And that's when God, the highest truth of all, takes full on the lead of your life. Which always means so, which becomes then the path of least resistance, because there's no ego or separate personality trying to make it something that is not it. So, recap. You're born in the highest possibility of advancement of your soul's evolution. 2, you choose the best possible players, the family, the karmic parents that have the codes that you came here to resolve. 3, you get the bill of forgetting, so you have no idea why you came back. So you're a baby again, and you had many, many past lives, but you forget all of it. And then you are born in the completely opposite experience of what you want to crystallize in your world. So example, if your lesson was to learn faithfulness, then perhaps you're inserted in karmic matrix in which you are a really handsome man and you get opportunities from really, really attractive women to just being unfaithful, because the lesson for that lifetime was to learn loyalty and faithfulness. Or the lesson of your lifetime was to learn humility. So you get inserted in a karmic matrix of infinite wealth, financial abundance, but no happiness, no joy, and just feeling frustrated, pride, anger, and resentment, and perhaps a lack of empathy, because the lesson was to learn humility. And then at some point in your incarnation, you choose to lose it all to just learn how it is to be humble. Or the opposite, you can be born in complete poverty because the lesson was to learn empowerment and how to create your own self-sufficiency and abundance. Another can be lessons on being inserted in karmic matrices of everything is perfect, of loving parents, infinite resources, joy, friendship, and also then feeling this just lack of excitement for life because everything was given easily. So then the karmic matrix would be finding meaning beyond what everything that's been given. So then what's the meaning of that? And then perhaps that's a lifetime of full-on enlightenment and liberation because you already achieved all worldly success. So then it's just the intention of emptying the self. And then you begin to ask questions like, who am I? What am I? When am I here? What is all this for? And then you start deepening your awareness of awareness and becoming more empty towards the realization of yourself with capital S. Yeah. So that's an overview of some potential karmic matrices. So hence what I do with my work, we identify your karmic matrix and I find exactly what are the blocks that are perhaps not allowing you to see beyond that knot. Because imagine your karmic matrix being like this black dot in your aura. And doesn't matter from which angle you try to approach it, you cannot see out of the knot, because to get out of the knot, you need a point of awareness that's completely out of the issue for you to have that perspective, and a field of empty awareness that has the purity to ask the right questions for you to have the realizations that are going to allow you to see it from a different angle. And then it's not that you solve the knot, but you transcend the reality in which the knot exists and you get catapulted to a different dimension of experiencing where that was never actually happening. So you get to quantum jump into a version of yourself in which the problem wasn't even there. So you let go of the past, you forget the past, you start just living in the present because it's all there is. And there's a lack of lack thoughts. There's just an abundance of emptiness and quiet mind, which is the opportunity to have your full on power of manifestation, or what I call cities. Because when a mind is blank, the whole world surrenders because the intentions of those beings are really pure. And there's so much more information. This is kind of like the high level way in which I speak to my paid containers. Usually here on YouTube, I've been more entertainment and jokes and showing more my inner child and like making it funny. And because this work, I really take it seriously, but only when you take it seriously too. And it was my intention to give you a sneak peek of how it feels through this video. And for the ones of you that already feel me, that already talk to your higher self, that you're committed, that you know that this is for you, that this is your next level, that you're all in, that there's nothing else in the world that you want more than this. Those are the ones I want to work this with. So if that's you, as I said at the beginning, IleaneNicole.com, reach out through Telegram, and I'll be more than happy, honored, and reversed to unfuck your karmic matrix, really. Unsolve and resolve that with you. So you're able to go way smoother into what your soul truly shows to crystallize here. I came here to build and give and express and feel and leave behind as your legacy. Because you're here for that, to make a change for yourself. And then that'd be the example, that'd be the radiation towards the collective that you chose to transmute. Okay, I'll talk to you very soon.